Alright, Cowboys Nation, brace yourselves because what we have here could be a game-changing, franchise-altering move for your beloved Dallas Cowboys. The news that's been circling the NFL rumor mill has now officially made its way to the front pages of every major sports outlet. Nick Bolton, linebacker for the Kansas City Chiefs, could soon be headed to the Dallas Cowboys. And no, this isn't some random off-season chatter. The buzz surrounding this trade rumor has gotten louder and louder, with credible sources pointing to the possibility of this move being more than just a pipe dream. Imagine the firepower the Cowboys' defense could have with Bolton in the middle of it all, alongside their existing powerhouse linebacker, Micah Parsons. It's safe to say that if this trade goes through, Dallas defense would officially go from really good to elite, and we all know that in today's NFL, defense can be the difference between a playoff appearance and a Super Bowl win. So, why exactly are we talking about Nick Bolton being potentially traded to Dallas? And how did this all come about? Well, let's rewind a little bit. The Kansas City Chiefs, despite being the defending Super Bowl champions, have some tough decisions to make with their roster. The team is loaded with talent, but they also have salary cap concerns and a roster that needs to be tweaked in certain areas to maintain that level of dominance. While Bolton has been an absolute beast for the Chiefs, especially in key moments like their Super Bowl run, there's talk around the league that Kansas City may be willing to move on from him in order to free up resources for other areas. The Chiefs could use some extra draft picks or younger talent to keep their championship window open. Enter the Dallas Cowboys, who may see Bolton as a perfect fit to bolster their already dangerous defense. Now, let's dig deeper into why Bolton would be such a coveted asset for the Cowboys. When we think about linebackers in today's NFL, we often think about players who can do it all, cover the field from sideline to sideline, plug up gaps in the running game, and make impact plays when needed. Well, Nick Bolton checks all of those boxes. His football IQ is off the charts. He's incredibly quick to diagnose plays and has the vision and anticipation to make plays that others simply can't. In 2023, Bolton racked up over 180 combined tackles, a stat that's absolutely eye-popping. That type of production is what makes him one of the most valuable players on Kansas City's defense, and it's precisely why the Cowboys could be so interested in acquiring him. But Bolton isn't just a tackler. No, his ability to cover ground in the passing game is just as impressive. His speed and ability to move fluidly in coverage would give the Cowboys a versatile weapon in the middle of the field, something they've been looking for to complement their pass rush and secondary. Now, let's talk about what Bolton could potentially bring to Dallas and what it could mean for the team as a whole. The Cowboys' defense, while incredibly talented with stars like Micah Parsons, Trevon Diggs, and DeMarcus Lawrence, has still been looking for that extra piece to take them from good to great. Yes, they've had success with their current linebacker core, but adding someone like Bolton would make them almost unstoppable. Imagine Bolton anchoring the middle of that defense, making tackles in space, shutting down opposing running backs, and even dropping back in coverage to defend against tight ends or running backs coming out of the backfield. With Micah Parsons causing havoc on the edge, having Bolton inside would create one of the most terrifying linebacking duos in the entire league. Not only would this pair be strong against the run, but they would also be able to generate more pressure on quarterbacks by reading plays quickly and anticipating where the ball is going. With this kind of upgrade, the Cowboys would have the kind of defense that could go toe-to-toe with any high-powered offense in the NFC. Whether it's facing off against the juggernaut offenses in the NFC East, like the Philadelphia Eagles, or going up against teams like the San Francisco 49ers, having a linebacker as skilled as Bolton would be a huge boost. The Cowboys could improve their run defense significantly, making it that much harder for teams to move the ball on the ground. And when it comes to the passing game, Bolton's ability to cover space and get his hands on passes would also make a big difference, particularly in crucial third-down situations. But let's not get too far ahead of ourselves. What would it actually take for this trade to happen? Reports suggest that the Chiefs might be willing to part ways with Bolton, but they're going to want a strong return. A second-round pick seems to be the baseline for a player of Bolton's caliber, but the Chiefs could very well demand more if the Cowboys are serious about acquiring him. There's also talk that the Cowboys could send some additional players or picks to sweeten the deal, depending on how the negotiations unfold. As we know, the NFL is all about making sure both teams are satisfied with the deal, so expect this trade to be a bit of a tug of war in terms of value. However, if the Cowboys do part with a second-round pick, they would essentially be sacrificing a key draft asset to improve their Super Bowl chances. Given the current state of their roster, this might be a trade worth making. After all, there's no guarantee that the Cowboys will be able to land a player of Bolton's caliber through the draft in the near future. Now, let's shift gears a bit and talk about the fan reactions to all of this. If you've been following the online chatter, you'll know that Cowboys fans have been losing their minds over the idea of Bolton joining the team. The reactions have been overwhelmingly positive, with many fans already dreaming of a defense that features Bolton alongside Parsons. On Twitter, Instagram, and fan forums, people are sharing their excitement, talking about how this move could give Dallas the edge they need to finally make it to the Super Bowl. Fans are pointing to Bolton's leadership and experience, saying he could be the missing piece that's needed to bring the defense together. For a team that's been so close to the big game but hasn't quite been able to get over the hump, this trade could be seen as the final puzzle piece that puts them on the path to greatness. However, not all fans are so convinced. Some are skeptical about the price of giving up a second-round pick, arguing that the Cowboys should focus on other positions of need. Offensive line has been a topic of concern for a while now, and there are fans who believe that investing in the offensive line might be just as important, if not more so, than upgrading the linebacker position. Others wonder if the Cowboys could find an impact player in the draft who could provide similar production to Bolton without the hefty price tag. There's a sense of division within the fanbase about whether or not this is the right move, but what's clear is that the possibility of this trade has sparked endless debate and discussion. Looking ahead, the next few weeks will be critical for the Cowboys. Will they pull the trigger on this trade? Will the Chiefs hold out for a better deal? The drama is far from over, and the trade deadline looms ever closer. As the days tick by, the speculation continues, and it's anyone's guess what will happen next. But one thing is for certain, if the Cowboys manage to bring Nick Bolton to Dallas, they will have one of the most terrifying defenses in the NFL, and their chances of contending for a Super Bowl will only get stronger. Cowboys Nation is on the edge of their seats, and we'll be here every step of the way to keep you updated with the latest news, rumors, and analysis. Whether this trade happens or not, you can bet that this offseason is about to get even more exciting for Cowboys fans. Stay tuned, stay hyped, and get ready for what's sure to be an unforgettable ride to the 2025 season. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss a single update. And as always, let me know what you think in the comments below. Do you want Nick Bolton in a Cowboys uniform? Or would you prefer they go in a different direction? Let's get the conversation going, and we'll see you in the next video. Go Cowboys!